Let's just make sure this is the first time we're using this software. So if we're not live yet, then I'm just talking to myself. But if we are live, welcome to Homeless Minor Leaguer Live. I'm Matt Paré, and this is Ty Kelly.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to wait to see if we're actually live right now. If you guys could leave us a comment, let us know where you guys are watching from, and also if you guys can hear us right now. Maybe I didn't do this right, but it should be working. Let me see. Just bear with us with the... Oh, okay, we are live. All right. Hi, guys. Okay, we are live. Nice. Okay, now I feel stupid. No. All right, so what you guys can expect from Homeless Minor Leaguer going forward. First off, we are going to be doing this live show. You don't need to watch this.
Okay.
We are going to be doing the live show every week during this off season, so that'll be about 15 live streams, I think, and then maybe we'll see how we can continue it from there in the off season, or I'm sorry, the off season of this show, but during the season, how we can continue it during the season. But another thing we're going to have on the live show, not only is it going to be every week, but we're going to have a guest on with us, except for this week. This is the only week we're not going to have someone on.
Yeah, so most weeks we're going to have guests, right?
Most weeks, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to have guests on a lot of weeks, a lot of sports people that are into sports and different...
into sports, or sometimes they don't even have to be that into sports.
Right, just at least vaguely into sports.
Yeah.
Or involved in some kind
Casually, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe some other guys that we've played with, or some people in other industries that enjoy sports and talking and just hanging out with us.
Yeah, and right now we are in LA. This is where we are living for the off season. I'm going to pull up the live stream so I can see all your comments right now. Just a second. That is not it. Okay.
Anyways, well,
Great.
What else are we going to be doing?
So we also have the Homeless Minor Leaguer videos, the sketches and the comedy videos that we're going to be putting out every single week starting November 1st. So we're really excited about that. We're working on a bunch of projects right now, collaborating with some great people, and I can't wait to share them with you guys, but we're also working on a web series. We've been working on writing that.
And we're not going to give too much away on that.
Not too much. No.
Yeah.
But
just we have a web series coming out, stars us, but we can't give too much more away on that. So keep coming back to find out what it's all about. Yeah, cliffhanger.
Yeah.
first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it look good?
Yes, it's looking great. We got people in the chat.
Oh, cool.
So why don't we answer a couple questions? Was there anything else we need to touch on?
No, just what we were going to do, what we're all about.
And just you guys, we're going to be working on this show. We're going to be, molding it to kind of fit what you guys want to watch. So if you guys have a guest you'd really like to see on the show, if they live in Southern California, we could probably get them on. Just let us know, and so we can make this show better for you. So let me read through some of the comments. Shannon, let's see. What is your favorite thing to do in the off season?
I'll take this one. I'll start it off.
Yeah.
So I think that everyone's favorite thing to do in the off season that plays baseball is just to kind of relax in some capacity. Just getting away from baseball for a little bit, is huge. A lot of people have different activities. We're communicating with a bunch of people and making videos for people and things like that. So we're active, but still kind of taking a rest from baseball and just getting separated for a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely huge to disconnect from baseball. I'd say that's probably my biggest thing. I've talked about this in the past, but it is so important to do that, to disconnect, because you can get burnt out. And all the power to the guys that can go and play winter ball, but I don't know if my body would be able to put up with playing for 9 months. Would that
Definitely.
be 10 months out of the year?
Yeah, it's crazy, and I don't know that I could do it. I'm sure it's like a different kind of baseball though. It's like I don't know if it's a more fun version, but there's
it's different, so it probably has like a little bit of.
It's a different feel.
Yes.
It's
sure.
probably not quite as much pressure from a standpoint of your organization.
Definitely.
If you're going to play well or get released or something like that, it's not quite the same pressure. So it's probably a little more fun in that regard. But just to add on to other things that we like to do in the off season, I think that for myself, even during the season, the biggest thing that I do is just try to do as much as I can, still like away from baseball, just sort of separate like your day job basically from some of your hobbies and things like that, and being able to have some perspective on what's going on outside of your little bubble of baseball world.
Because you get stuck with the same guys all the time. It's nice to have people outside of your team that you can hang out with.
Definitely.
That's for me this year was having my host family. It was I'd come home and it was nice to have that, to just like completely different from the whole baseball world.
Yeah, I had my family at the hotel that I stayed at.
You were actually a regular So you stayed in the hotel in Philly. Ty was in the big leagues this year in Philly, and you didn't get an apartment. Mm-hmm. You stayed in the same hotel the whole season, and you kind of became a regular at that hotel, like everyone knew you, right?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just made sense to me to not have to worry about getting cable and internet and making my bed every day. If I had people to do that stuff for me,
That's
all
the
things,
best.
Yeah, all things equal, might as well have people do all that stuff for me.
Does that for me.
Yeah, it's that's basically what I had. So I just stayed at the hotel a year and had a great time. I got to meet all the people that worked at the hotel, and they hooked me up with a corner room as often as possible, and I was just living the life basically.
And we have a corner room here.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a nice little corner room in West Hollywood right now. How many times? Okay, so the whole stereotypical, oh my gosh, LA driving sucks. Ty did kind of have a little bit of a meltdown in the car today. It wasn't a meltdown. You explain it.
It's just not fun driving.
It's not
here at all, because I don't know.
It wasn't road rage. I wouldn't call it road rage.
No, I didn't. I had to honk one time because the person wasn't driving.
That was bad.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to go at a green light, I'm not going to sit there.
We've been walking around everywhere, just because this is the one neighborhood, from what we've heard, that's actually the walkable area of LA. So I've driven a handful of times. You've driven a handful of times. It's
been easy.
And we've been here for 2 weeks almost, and it's not that bad when it comes to the driving, but we haven't done it.
Yeah, as long as you're not driving, the driving's not that bad. But when you do drive, even if there's not traffic for whatever reason, people just try to make traffic, I think is what they're trying to do.
Right.
Not going at green lights, etc.
Yeah, well, they're busy on their phones.
Of course, yeah. You got to.
That's why I think.
Well, you've got to get your Instagram story in of your drive on Sunset
and
or Santa Monica.
hashtag traffic.
Exactly. Even though they're the only reason there's traffic.
Right. Yeah. So everyone, if we just get rid of hashtag traffic,
right, there wouldn't be any.
Let's start a hashtag hashtag no traffic.
Yeah, that's great.
But you can't hashtag it while you're driving.
Okay.
You have to do it when you're off the road.
Okay.
But yeah, so my mom had a question.
Oh.
She said,
Hey Ma, how are you?
Hey Ma, how are ya? What time is it on that cool watch you're wearing tonight?
What time is it? It is 6:13. Is that not correct? It's pretty close.
Your watch stays at 6:13.
Ask me again in about 25 minutes.
What is it like to take a quick trip to Toronto this season? What was it like to take a quick trip to Toronto this season? Okay, so that one was from Eric. So why don't you talk about that crazy ride that you went on at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, so I started the season, I made the team in New York with the Mets, and then about 4 or 5 days into the season I got shipped to Toronto, and I was up and down like 3 times from Toronto to Buffalo. So just talking about that part, it was crazy, and that was right before I went to Philly. So I was in Toronto for a couple days, and I was just at the hotel doing nothing, just waiting to see if one of the players had to go on the DL, which they didn't. So I was just at the hotel for a couple days. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame, which was pretty cool. That's in Toronto, right down there. It's really cool. It's actually an amazing city, from what I could tell from the few days that I spent there.
You know, I've only been out of the country once.
Where is that?
Tijuana.
Oh, okay.
Walked over the border,
right.
got tacos, and came right back before
What else
sunset.
did you do there?
Yeah, that's it. Not drink the water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then, so I was there for a couple of days. Then I was in Buffalo, and I was there for like 5 days, I think, and then right back to Toronto. And I was there for 3 games. I didn't get in. I was on the bench with all the guys. I met everyone. Everyone was very nice to me. And I almost had to pinch run a few times, but didn't have to go in.
Legs loose.
Yeah, kept the legs loose a lot. It's the American League, though, so there's almost no pinch hitters. There's almost no double switches.
Which you're not used to, because when you were with the Mets last season, that's what you were doing. You were starting a little bit here and there, and then also pinch hitting. You had some big pinch hits.
Yeah.
And then this year you had some big pinch hits.
I did well. I mean, you get used to it. You know, it's a completely different thing. It's you've got to be able to come off the bench ready to go. You might get one at bat every couple of days. You don't really know what you're going to get, and you just got to try to do the best you can, basically. But yeah, so it was a crazy start to the season for me. Yeah, that was just Toronto.
So from the Mets to Toronto,
I basically was not at a baseball field for like half of the first 2 weeks of the season, if that makes sense. So I was with the Mets for like 4 days, then I was in a hotel for a couple days, then different hotel for a couple days. Buffalo, I didn't play like 2 of the 5 days I was there, and then Philly, I wasn't on the team for like the first 3 days, and I was at a hotel, so I was just not even at a field doing anything baseball-wise, so I was just in hotels for the whole time. But yeah, so it was a crazy start to the season, but I ended up sticking around with the Phillies for most of the rest of it.
Pretty much the whole season, except for a week?
4 games.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah.
Peta Somerville, gonna be back in LA mid-November. Would love to meet up.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds good, Peta. What's going on? Let's see. Shared y'all page. Ray. Thank you, Ray. So are you taking up any new hobbies like painting, yoga, dance? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to show you guys.
I think these questions are... Someone already knows the answers to these questions.
Okay, yeah, someone does. Do you want to grab them over there?
Sure, yeah, why not?
So Ty and I, and Ty's sister, and her friend Mary.
Should I just put them in the shot?
We can both hold ours. Hold on.
Okay.
So we went to painting. We went to a painting class the other night. This is the one that I did, and this is the one that Ty did. So we just have these, sitting in our apartment right now. We're thinking about hanging them up.
Let us know whose is better. I think Matt's is better, to be honest.
You know what? This right here, I told you I messed this up right here.
I think it looks
this
good.
This was an absolute mess before she said, all right, well, thank you guys for coming. And I just, you know me with the dry brush. I like my blending, kind of on point.
Yeah.
It's aggressive. It's a super aggressive brush. But this was just like a last minute.
I think it looks really good.
Last ditch effort right here to make it
Exactly.
it look good.
Yeah.
But I think they both look great. I like your moon better than mine. That's the one thing. If you could redo one thing about yours, what would you do?
Oh man. So I think that it wouldn't be one thing. It would be I tried to get my brush strokes like this so that you could see them in this area, and the rest of it just didn't come out. So it seems just very inconsistent to me, and I would definitely try to get more brush strokes all over the canvas.
And so which way did you go with the brush strokes that way?
I was swirling pretty much everywhere, but you can't really see it everywhere.
Right. So the thing with the water is what she said to do.
I didn't want to do that.
The sideways this way?
Because I had done circles everywhere. I'd swirled everywhere, even though you can't see it like you can here. And so I wanted to.
Because you went pretty dark with this up here, right?
Yeah, I like a good dark night sky.
So it was. What'd you take influence from?
Cezanne. It's Impressionism. So yeah. But everybody knows that probably.
Yeah.
Everyone can see that, I think.
Definitely.
So
Nice.
I'll put these
Well,
back.
yeah. Let us know what you guys think. What we need to work on for next time, because I think we're going to take another class probably.
Yeah, these ones are just like $5 if you guys want them.
Yeah, $5. We'll put them on the website that we gotta redo. Let's see what we got
Who else is talking?
for the rest of the comments. I know we're so far behind.
We've got a Kristen Chenoweth question. So you know Kristen Chenoweth?
Where is it?
Kristen Chenoweth. You saw Wicked this year.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was the original Glinda.
Glinda. Okay.
Yeah. So she, she's amazing. So she sang the national anthem at one of our games. She's from Philly, I'm pretty sure. And she sang one of the national anthems. And it was great. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I didn't get to talk to her though. I tweeted at her and nothing happened.
Nothing?
No.
Oh, man.
No, I tried to get her to talk to me.
Hi.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know.
hi.
I just wanted her to sing like popular to me or something.
We might be we might be taking a trip to New York this off season at some point. To collaborate with some cool people there. Can't say who, but super secret stuff.
What else?
Let's see. Thanks for answering my question, Ty. Sure miss you in New York. Yeah. So speaking of New York.
Yeah, we may be going back.
We might be going back. Ty was awesome in Philly. Yes, he was.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Tracy, thank you. Matt's the raddest dude ever. No. Ty's a pretty rad dude, too.
Oh, so she chose your painting is what's going on.
Oh, I just... Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Matt's sky is better. Ty's ocean reflections are good.
Oh, the yellow in the water. Yeah, that was part of what they told us to do. They wanted yellow in there.
It was a little strange, yeah, but you really had to the dry brush. I'm telling you, the dry brush was key.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else. I feel like
are you going the wrong way?
I feel like I missed a question down here.
Mm.
I guess I didn't.
Anyways, what else do we got going on?
What else do we have going on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this week, what have we been up to this week?
We're training Stephanie. Can we talk about
Stephanie,
that?
Yeah, we've been working out.
So one of my good friends from high school and from college for a year lives like probably 100 yards away from us, and she requested that we start training her. So beyond our own workouts, we've been we just started to train her. So she's getting stronger already. How many push-ups did she do? Like close to 20 push-ups.
Yeah. Which it was awesome.
It's no small feat.
And we have a nice little gym, little fitness center in our apartment complex, and we've been taking advantage of that every single day. Mm-hmm. Except for me today, I didn't. I had to take it easy. Ty didn't. I didn't. I had to little too much running the other day, and then doing the kettlebell swings yesterday really got me.
Yeah, it's hashtag no days off for me. So.
Dang.
Is it too early to start talking about Halloween?
It's not too early to start talking about Halloween. So Ty and I, this is the earliest Ty and I have prepped for Halloween.
Last year I decided what my outfit was going to be either the day before or the day of Halloween because we were going out. I didn't know what was going on.
I did mine the day of last year.
What were you last year?
I was Andy Brinker from the Disney Channel original movie Brink. Team Pup and Sud shirt. You know it, 90s kid, you know it. If not, you might not know it.
I don't know it.
Yeah, see, you're not
I
a 90s
was born in the
kid.
80s. So,
yeah, you're an 80s kid.
Yeah.
But, what were you last year?
Sally asked this question. I was a tennis player, and just a tennis player. It was very unoriginal. I had shorts, just a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, and a tennis racket, and like a wristband, I think.
If you didn't have the tennis racket, what would that be?
Just someone that was going to jog, probably.
Richard Simmons?
Yeah, but I don't think the shorts were that short.
They weren't that short?
No, but they were pretty short. It was pretty unoriginal, but you know what? This year, we're going to do it big. And should we give it away right now?
Yeah, I think we should. So, one of our favorite shows right now is Broad City on Comedy Central with Abby Jacobson and
Alana
Glazer. And so Ty is going to be Abby's character, and I'm going to be Alana's character. And we have the wigs. We're not going to put them on right now, but we've got wigs. We've got the outfits.
Your costume is almost done.
Almost done. Ty's is done.
Mine's done. Mine's pretty simple.
But mine needs just a little bit more. It's all coming. We got to go to a hardware store. No spoilers on that.
Yeah, but it's not going to make any sense.
But it's going to be the perfect accessory for that.
For those that have seen the show, you will understand immediately.
Yes.
Sally?
Let's see. Matt, have you ever tried improv on your show as opposed to scripted sketches? I think you and Ty would be very good at improv. Thank you, Sally.
Yeah, thanks, Sally.
We haven't. We've riffed. I wouldn't say we've improv'd a whole sketch before.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
That'd be a little tough.
Yeah, it would be tough, I think, for two people. I mean, I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah, it's hard. Like even this right now, normally just doing the live show, we'd have someone behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we don't have an operator behind the camera, but we're running through an app where I can monitor what's going on. So it honestly makes it a lot easier when you have someone behind the camera to be able to do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But we have just been shooting on tripod for the most part. Pretty much everything that we've done together, we're not going to be because we're going to have a crew helping us out this off season. But I think it's just fun when we can riff though for a long time and just try a bunch of different things out.
Right.
A bunch of different lines.
Yeah, I also feel like some guests that come on will be able to help us out with some improv.
For sure.
We'll have some people that have some improv and acting experience, and
we're in LA. We're in like the Mecca right now.
They're around. You just walk around and just come.
Just call down the hall. I'm sure.
Yeah.
We met 2 actors yesterday.
Yeah.
When we were working out in our fitness center.
Yeah, it really is crazy for people that don't live in LA to understand that every person that you meet, for the most part, has some connection to the entertainment industry in some form or another, whether it be acting or behind the camera. Everybody's involved.
Or digital, or if it's even digital, like bloggers, YouTubers. Definitely. There's so many different industries that are just different, like entertainment sections that are just here, obviously. Very different than New York, which I went to visit during September. I actually saw you there for a day. And I noticed how different it was than here. And I hadn't been since 2002, so it was a long time since I had been in New York, but there was so much more going on outside of the entertainment. Like there's so many different industries that's like the hub for, but here it's just like boom, entertainment, like get your fix. You see all the billboards outside. It's
everything,
crazy.
and this is where things are happening for sure.
Things are happening,
which is it's really weird, just to be like, if you're in other places, some things are going on, but here it feels at least like everything is happening around here. All the people that you see all the time in the news or on TV or movies or whatever, they're all in the area just being normal people for whatever reason. Even though I think that when you grow up not here, you think of all these people, like you see someone on TV and it's like, oh, that's just a figure that's on my TV all the time.
Right.
But you're here and you're like, oh, there's that person from TV. Why are they just walking around like a normal person?
That was like when we were at the improv with our friend. We were at the improv the other night, just catching up with one of our friends, Steve Hofstetter. We did a collab video with him over on his channel, and he's a comedian, also YouTuber, and we were talking to one of the other comedians, and she was saying that, oh, Dave Chappelle just came on, so it's going to push everyone else back, and it's like he was just on there riffing.
Such a casual thing.
It was just and there's so many people who are huge Dave Chappelle fans outside of LA. Like, think about how big Dave Chappelle is, and if they knew, like, if you were in that bar that, like, so at the improv there's a bar in front of the showroom where the stage is, and so there's just a bunch of comedians who are waiting to go on, just hanging out at the bar, and the bar was, like, for the most part, like, it was pretty empty, right, for a Friday night.
Yeah.
And if these people knew, like, that Dave Chappelle was going on for 15 minutes, like, it was just nothing for these people. It was just, like, regular.
Right.
And everyone outside of LA, I feel like, would be like, oh my gosh, like, this is, like, think about how much those tickets sell for just to go see Chappelle.
Definitely.
Kevin Hart.
Right.
People like that. It's insane. And
they just come here to just try out new material or to just kind of see what works. The way that she described it is that he was just going up there for 10 or 15 minutes to just kind of talk and see if some bits came out of it, and if not, people are still going to enjoy listening to him talk to them.
Right.
In such an intimate audience.
Oh, for sure. My mom asked, do you guys cook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Ty's been doing most of the cooking. I have not been doing much. I think we need to talk about something. We need to let people know about.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So I can't touch raw meat, and Ty. I don't. This is. You can talk. This is your thing. So
yeah, it's been going on for a few months now.
3, right?
3
going
months.
on 4.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a big decision in my life, and
because it's a choice.
It's a choice. I just I guess I should tell everyone.
Yeah, let them know.
I'm vegan.
Ty's.
So.
Hey. It's all right.
It feels better to let everyone know.
Everyone's
feels good.
here for you.
It feels like a weight has been
right?
lifted off
Doesn't
my
that
shoulders.
feel good?
Yeah, it feels good.
Get it off your chest.
I'm vegan. I'm vegan.
Ty's vegan. So, what that means for him is that he can't have any sort of products that come from animals.
Right.
That includes meats, dairies, eggs, poultry, and
all that
fish,
stuff.
everything. There's no, like, in between. No, Ty, like, has bought into the eating aspects of it, and you feel healthy.
I do. I feel a lot better, actually. I think that, so, aside from just the normal, like, health benefits that, not that there's anything wrong with people eating meat or things like that, I have no problem. But I think aside from eliminating a lot of the things with growth hormones, steroids, like whatever, all that stuff, is just the fact that you are not allowed to eat a lot of the cheat meals that you would have had before. So you're eliminating all of the really bad stuff and kind of coming back to closer to the middle with everything, so that you can kind of just have, I feel on a day-to-day basis, like I feel a lot better, every day, because I'm not having pizza all the time as cheat meals or things with cheese, or you're not having a ton of, like, fried chicken or stuff with a ton of fat in it or whatever. So it's been a really good experience so far, and I recommend it to anyone that is able to do it.
You don't have to push it on them. You're not selling veganism.
I'm selling it. I think that you guys all need to do it, and if you eat meat, then I don't want to talk to you.
You're just a bad person.
Drawing the line in the sand.
Oh, M&M reference.
No, I'm just kidding. Eat whatever you want to eat, but try to be healthy. It's good to be healthy, and it feels better. I feel more sleep.
You're glowing. I think you're glowing right now.
It's not the lighting for sure.
Yeah. So I can't touch meat, like I was saying before,
right.
And so
by association, you are at least closer to vegan than you were before.
Yes, definitely. Which is cool because there's you can definitely. I've found that I've expanded some of my protein intake has definitely expanded. Like I'm still eating eggs, and I'm eating chicken and
but not
and
here.
Meat whenever. No, not in the house. Whenever I go out, so it's like definitely a lot less meat that I'm eating, and I'm finding different ways to get my protein. Mm-hmm. And with it being plant based, it's just a different protein to have in your system.
You also really expand your palate, and you expand the things that are in your cupboard and things like that. And like getting lentils today and a bunch of quinoa and things that are really good for you that you might normally just be like, oh, I'm just gonna have some chicken and then whatever. You're forced to kind of expand the things that you have in the house, and you are you're opening yourself up to better stuff and to more healthy things and more vegetables to just get your calories and things like that. So it's I think that you've enjoyed it so far also.
I have. I feel great. If you need help getting in drag makeup with your Broad City characters, I can hook you up. Thank you, Sally. I don't know if we're gonna do makeup with the costumes. I wasn't. That hadn't crossed my mind yet. I guess if we're going all in though, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, but also I think that it's just a choice.
It's a choice.
Why do we have to wear makeup? We don't want to be stereotyped into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
We don't want to be forced to wear makeup. We just want to be natural.
Yeah, maybe. I think we're gonna go with the all natural look.
Or maybe we're just lazy.
Yes.
We don't want to do it.
Tyra, are you still writing your movie?
No, you don't say what it's about. You can't say what it's about. Yes, I am still writing my screenplay. So nobody can steal my idea. I won't reveal.
There.
Oh, it's okay. Nobody's gonna steal it anyways.
Yeah.
But so Steve is a former teammate of mine. Tim.
Hi, Tim.
So I'm still writing the screenplay. It's somewhat finished. I think that it's got a start, a middle, and an end, and there are probably some things that I need to fill in. Matt's read it.
I read it.
He gave me notes on it.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of giving it to some other friends, seeing what they have to say about it. And Sally has helped out a lot also with. She read it and has given me some feedback on it in terms of developing characters a little more and things like that. So there are definitely some more things that need to be added, but for the time being, it's done-ish. So, yeah.
Let's see, what else we got? What's your favorite quick vegan meal to make?
So I think the best cuisine, I think probably, at least as far as things that we can control when we're cooking it, is just like a burrito real quick, because it's very satiating and you can put whatever you want into it, just like you would normally a burrito, but just without cheese and meat basically. So we've been doing beans, quinoa, vegetables. You can throw whatever kind of stuff in it you want, avocado, salsa, so tons of stuff. And anything like that you can, sandwiches and burritos, anything that you can wrap up a bunch of different things into, it's going to be pretty good, and it's going to be quick. We just got a bunch of vegan sandwich ingredients, or just vegetarian sandwich ingredients today, like artichokes, hummus, tomatoes, what else? Spinach, things like that. So you can just throw all this good stuff. A lot of hummus. Quick snacks. You can dip either some kind of chips if you want to do that, or vegetables into hummus, broccoli, carrots, things like that. So hummus is a lifesaver. And then there's tons of quick stuff that you can make. Also, it's really easy to have quinoa around all the time and things like that. Just throw a bunch of it into a pot, brown rice or whatever, and just have it for the week or for however long it lasts. It's pretty easy, especially quinoa. It's like 15 minutes and you're done, and then you've got this much of it for at least a few days.
Definitely. Let's see what we got for comments right here. I like the new Homeless Minor Leaguer shirt. Thank you, Facebook
and what about
user.
The mugs?
And the mugs that we added the stickers to today. So this shirt is the new Homeless Minor Leaguer design. So this is done by the wonderful artist Leif Eklund, who's also from Maine. He now lives in the Bay Area, East Bay, and we're still great friends. And so he designed the logo. He designed the first logo, this one, and also this logo. And you can get a Homeless Minor Leaguer shirt just like this. You can get stickers. You can get hoodies. You can get coffee mugs. You can get pretty much everything. This logo over at homelessminorleaguer.com/shop. 3/4 baseball tees. There's also tank tops. There's men's styles. There's women's styles. Unisex. We got everything. But yeah, so and it's great material too. It's I forget what it's made out of. I took the tag off.
It says Lululemon.
Yeah. No, it's not Lululemon. I don't know the pricing off the top of my head, but you can get one of those, like I said, over at homelessminorleaguer.com/shop. Let's check the comments right now. Who did your design? Yep, I already talked about that. You got this one?
Yeah, it says, so Pat Neshek is vegan, any influence on you? And I can say 100% that Pat Neshek is not vegan. I don't think I've ever seen someone eat more than Pat Neshek. Everything that was in the clubhouse, he devoured. And he's an amazing teammate. We were actually teammates together in AAA in 2012, and then we played against each other on a couple different teams when he was with the Astros, and then also when he was with the A's. And then we were teammates again this year, and awesome guy, really nice guy in the clubhouse, and a big appetite. I don't know if that is a rumor that he's vegan, but it's just not true.
Are you one of the only vegans in baseball?
I would imagine,
you think?
just knowing baseball players or knowing. It's
hard
not,
to eat
not
like
necessarily
that
right. It's really difficult to do, and I'm not sure that I would have been able to start it in the minors. I started it when I was in the big leagues, and it's a lot easier. There's a lot more food around, and a lot more options. Just to get vegetables all the time, to get beans all the time, things like that, where I can still get protein. So it was tough, but it was a lot easier since I was in the big leagues when I started it. And yeah, I understand why a lot of athletes are not vegan for sure, because it's really difficult.
It's really hard.
Yeah, and especially in other sports than football, I'm sure they're wanting to get a ton of protein all the time.
Yeah.
And it's tough to do.
Yeah, because a lot of those foods are very filling, but not calorically dense, right?
Right.
So, like spaghetti squash, for example, very filling, but I don't think that's very calorically dense. So, it just wouldn't be possible for a football player to get enough calories in them with something like that.
Not possible, but much tougher for sure. Because there are like bodybuilders that are vegan and things like that. So it can be done. It's just a very big decision. Yeah. Very difficult.
Make sure when you're done writing it to register with the Writers Guild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully they want me in the guild. I don't know.
Are you taking acting classes for your Boston accents? I don't know.
When you're from Boston, what's the point of taking an acting class?
Bro, I don't really know, but
I mean, you just go up to Dorchester and listen to the people up there for a little while, and then,
Southie maybe.
In Southie, yeah, and whatever. You watch a couple movies, and
I watched The Departed.
I watched The Departed. I watched The Town. I watched all.
You watched The Town?
Oh yeah,
I
was born in the same city as it took place in, same area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know anyone who works at a flower shop in
Oh
Boston?
yeah. The Irish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Are any of you going to the Arizona Fall League?
No. We're pretty old for that. That's the Fall League it's an invite thing. Every organization sends a few guys to, and it's mostly guys that are AA and below, that are big prospects, and they want to see them showcased against other big prospects. So it's a pretty cool thing. But no, we're not going.
I think was Tebow the oldest guy in a while to play in the Fall League?
I can't imagine that there's anyone older.
I would also love to see you guys do a musical. I know Ty sings and writes songs. Matt, do you sing?
Do you sing, Matt?
I sing a little. I sing a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm good.
You try.
I try.
Which is the first step. You dive into it.
Yeah.
And that's important.
It's definitely it always comes from the heart.
Right.
I'd say I'm pretty good at impersonating some singers, right?
Yeah.
So like I can do. Like you're like, oh, okay, that's the person, but you're not like that's any good.
Are we about to do Wheel of Impressions right now?
No, I don't know if I could whip them out right now. We don't really know our neighbors well enough yet to just start belting out bad Nickelback impressions and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
So let's see. Did I miss anything else? Let me refresh and see if we have any more comments. There's no other comments, but
I don't know. I never knew that Nishek had confirmed that he was vegan.
That he was vegan.
I don't know. It seems weird because I saw him eat a lot of like bad stuff. You know what I mean? Not that like you're in the middle of a season and everyone's working hard. You're out there every day. Guys can afford to eat some bad stuff every once in a while.
Definitely.
So some guys occasionally are. The big thing in baseball nowadays is, every team is getting a nutritionist and getting on nutrition programs.
That's big.
So when everything that's in the clubhouse is healthy for the most part, guys want to bring in pizza every once in a while to just kind of veg out I don't know if veg out, but to just eat some bad stuff and then
I just want to eat some veggies. I just need to get my veggie fix right now.
That's my life.
Yeah. My gosh, I just need some cauliflower
and literally veg out.
Yeah.
And so it's okay every once in a while, and we have some. But there you can still eat bad stuff as a vegan too. They can still fry stuff. Not that that's what we're trying to do, but it's still possible. Cheat days are still possible. It's a little harder to find.
You know what? Not here in LA though. It's not hard to find vegan food in LA.
It's amazing.
This is the spot.
And it's all really good too.
It tastes really good. We went to this place the other day down the street called Crossroads Kitchen, and there's this. I got the burger, and the burger was it tastes like a regular burger. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was perfect. But that was like kind of the cheap food.
Well, that's the great thing about being in an area where they have vegan only restaurants. Is that it's not just like an afterthought. Like we'll throw in this vegan thing so that people can come in and still eat here. It's like we're gonna devote our restaurant to making good vegan food, so it all tastes really good. It's not the afterthought; it's the whole menu.
Right. It's not just like, okay, we got a gluten-free option, check. Right. We got a vegan option, check.
It's not like pieces of lettuce with tomatoes. Like, okay, they'll have that if they want to come in.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes it a lot better. When are you guys coming to New York? Not sure yet. We still have to schedule all of our shooting for this off season, but we will definitely keep you guys posted on that. And we are going to be doing this live show every single week. We're also going to be doing new homeless minor leaguer videos every single week also. So go subscribe over to the YouTube channel for that, and stay over here on Facebook for the live streams. But we will keep you guys updated every single week with what our schedule is, what we're up to. But let's continue to answer some more questions. Austin would like to know who some of your favorite teammates were.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me. I've been telling everybody, Freddie Galvis is my favorite player in all of Major League Baseball. He's just, like I love the like, kind of underspoken guys that just kind of go about their business.
That's kind of you too.
Exactly. That's why I'm drawn to.
You like people like yourself.
Yeah, of course. My favorite player is me.
Yeah,
and then second. No, I love Freddie because a lot of the same interests. He's a big music guy, so he would control the music in the clubhouse, and he would give everyone a turn. He didn't just control it by himself and play whatever he wanted to hear every day. He would say, "Hey Ty, like, you want to control the music today?" And I would do it. And the next day it'd be someone else, and he would switch it up so that everybody got a turn and everybody was happy with the music. And it's a big deal,
Music guy is definitely
It tends
important.
to, in a lot of clubhouses, be the same 5 songs for the entire season on repeat. Despacito, whatever else there. It was good that we were able to, Despacito was only on every 4 days this year, maybe every 3 days, so we didn't have to get sick of the same songs over and over again. And then he played 162 games this year. He's out there every day playing short, the toughest position to play. Maybe besides catching, if you're catching every day.
Yeah.
Like you.
I don't play
as a
every
catcher,
day.
but you understand how difficult
Yeah,
it can be.
it's really hard for me to play once a week, let alone I even play 5 days a week. So
Exactly.
I don't know how those guys do it. So more power to them.
Yeah, but I just can't say enough about what a nice person Freddie is, and just a soft-spoken guy, and plays his butt off every day. And that if Freddie is upset, it's not at something he's upset with.
It's not unwarranted.
Right. It's definitely always something that it's a lack of effort from somebody, or just a lack of sacrificing an at bat or something like that. Not getting a guy over, things like that. Just the little things. Freddie gets it.
But he cares.
He cares so much, and he wants to win more than anybody else.
That's
and
huge.
On a team, we were pretty good for the first month, and then we had a month and a half where we were terrible, and nobody felt it more than Freddie, because we had tons of guys who were either veterans and were going to get traded at some point, or young guys who were just happy to be there and get called up. Everyone wants to win, but
Right.
at the same time, this is everybody's goal to get to the big leagues.
Yeah.
So all these guys that are 24 years old, they're just we lost, but I'm here. This is amazing. Freddie's that's fine, but we need to win. We need to just play better. We need to be better, because we're not as bad as we were playing. And so when he was down, it was because we lost, not because he had a bad game.
Right.
It was never
Those are
because
the
he
best
went 0 for 4.
teammates.
Yeah.
That's Gio Brusa was
Mhm.
my favorite teammate this season, and Gio,
Yeah.
because you guys were both in Tracy.
No, we went to the same high school.
St. Mary's. You guys
Yeah.
were both at St. Mary's.
Yeah.
In Stockton. Gio is, and you can speak to this too. Gio is one of the nicest people I've ever played with. He struggled a little bit to start the year, and you wouldn't know that he was hitting what he was hitting just because of how he was, how just nice he was every single day in and day out, coming into the clubhouse and just being a positive guy. And he just he'd put his hand on your shoulder and he'd just be like, "What's going on, Matt?" And you'd be like, "You know what? Today's gonna be all right."
Yeah,
it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And so he actually told me that your dad was the reason he started switch hitting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I was in high school, I think he was in 8th grade or somewhere in
probably middle school-ish.
Yeah, he was in 8th grade because it's the same year as my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So Gio would be in there in the cages all the time at St. Mary's at our high school, and and my dad preached to everybody to switch hit, basically. Especially when you're that young, you can still make big changes like that, and you just have to practice. As long as you're willing to practice hard enough, you're going to be able to do it. So Gio works harder than anybody I've ever seen. I mean, he's in there every day with his dad, taking BP and just working hard. All three sports and training with the guy that everyone used to train with at our high school. And yeah, he works so hard. And yeah, my dad would just preach to everybody, you gotta switch it, and it's worked out for me. And Gio's still doing it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next question, Ty, favorite karaoke song to sing?
Well, I think the best karaoke songs to sing are ones that are going to draw a reaction from the fans. It may not be your best song vocally,
but they might be singing it also.
Yeah, you want people to get into it, because then they're not going to care. As long as
you're just the only one into it, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, if you go up there and try to sing Whitney Houston or something like that, it's going to be tough. You may be able to do it, okay, but it's going to be really tough because people aren't going to be able to sing along.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's a song that everyone kind of, you got to read your audience too.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's a lot easier to go up and just throw on a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC song or something like that.
Definitely.
Everyone's into it. They all, for the most part, probably grew up about the same time.
I want it that way.
See? Exactly. We could keep going, but we're not going to.
Tell me why.
And I said we're not going to. Besides Blake Galen, who is your favorite teammate on the WBC?
Oh, yeah.
Sent in from Blake Galen. Well, thanks for tuning in, Blake, and asking a question about yourself. No, Blake was amazing, and happy to see that he made it out of indie ball this year and got signed by the Dodgers. It's amazing whenever someone plays well enough to get out of indie ball and get back to organized baseball, into an organization.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's awesome for him. And so Cody Decker was on our team, who hopefully we will have on the show at some point.
Yes, definitely.
He's in the area, I know. Blake, I don't know if you're in the area, but we'd love to have you on also. And I think that, so Nate Fryman was on our team. I don't know if you know Nate. He's the 6'7" guy. He went to Duke. Mm-hmm. An amazing person, super smart guy. And he wrote this awesome article on our experience in Korea and Japan. And such a good article. A lot of the guys in the WBC, they had a guy from each team write an article about it. And Nate's was just so good. He is an amazing writer, and he just related our experience so well, and what it meant to all of us, and what it meant to people in Israel, and to Jewish people here and everywhere. And it was just an amazing article, so I recommend looking that up. I don't remember what website it was on, but they had I think Nolan Arenado wrote one, and some other guys.
Probably the Players Tribune?
Yes, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that.
Let's see. Have you ever had a desire to play all 9 positions in one game? That one's for you.
Yeah, I would love to. Last year I started at 7 positions, not in one game, but I made starts at 7 positions besides pitcher and catcher.
But you are an emergency catcher, though.
Yeah, so in New York at the beginning of the year, I was catching bullpens, and I was getting ready to be the emergency catcher. And also, I was as close as 1 batter away to be a pitcher in Philly. And I had to get loose 4 times, so for all the pitchers out there that are in the bullpen that have to get loose and then get shut down, I know what it's like. I know how much you guys dislike that. I had to go into the batting cages and get loose as fast as I could. And our pitcher ended up getting out of the inning, though, so I never got
Didn't even have a chance to run down to the bullpen.
No, they never. There's no bullpen. It was just the bench coach coming over and saying, if he doesn't get this guy, you're in next. And me going, okay, that's enough time.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Did you ever break out the Hamilton cast recording in the clubhouse?
No, I never did, although I listened to the album on one of the flights last year because our flights had on-demand music and movies and stuff like that, and the Hamilton album was on there, and I thought it was awesome. And I got to see Book of Mormon this year, but obviously it's very, very difficult to get into Hamilton. I mean, it's basically impossible unless you're planning it out.
Yeah.
So
or you know somebody.
Oh, are you going? We might go? Is that what's going on?
No.
Okay.
We don't know anybody.
Yeah.
But if you guys know anybody, they can get us into
Tell them
Hamilton.
to videotape it like this.
Yeah, against their chest. Freddie has the best hair.
Derek was our translator this year for Kim.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking about.
Yeah, so Derek, it was pretty crazy. This guy that I played against in college, he was shortstop catcher in college at Sac State, which was our rival, which I'm sure everybody knows about. Davis-Sac State, it's a big rivalry. And he ended up getting traded to us because he played ball with the Blue Jays and then got released and then signed up to be a translator because he speaks Korean. And so the guy that was with the Orioles got traded to us, so he also got traded to us, and it was crazy. I didn't know it was him at first, and then I was like, wait, Derek Chung. Wait, you played at Sac State? He's like, yeah.
Crazy.
So it was awesome though. Like, to have a translator that played baseball was so cool because
that's like having a trainer or a strength coach that has played and isn't just like they know what it's like to play.
Definitely, they're not walking around the dugout like asking dumb questions and or not dumb questions, but just like they know when to give guys their space.
Right.
If a guy strikes out, they're not going to go out and be like, hey, what's he doing?
Yeah. So they have feel. A little bit of feel how to be in a clubhouse, a dugout and a clubhouse. Derek also said this over Netflix. So basically just cancel your Netflix subscriptions now.
This is it.
Because this is the only content you need to watch.
Yeah. Once we start putting out videos. So.
November 1st we're going to be having videos coming out every single week. And you can get those over at the YouTube channel, Homeless Minor Leaguer. Those are going to be, comedy videos. They're all going to be comedy videos, some sketches, and like I said, some great collabs that we're going to have with people and web series that we're working on right now.
To kind of expand on this Hamilton cast recording question, so you have a video coming out. I don't know if you know where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Bus movies, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you want to talk about...
I may not know where you're going with this. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say,
so music kind of overlaps with the bus movies. Yeah, same idea.
What do you think is the best kind of music, or maybe the best system of music in the clubhouse?
Let's see. I think what you were talking about before with making sure, you briefly touched on it, but making sure everyone's needs are kind of met at some point during that series, I'd say. Because the way I think... especially on the road, is your mind works into series. When you're at home, it works into a homestand, I'd say, because you're not changing locations. There's not a beginning and an end as much to the series when you're at home. It's mainly when you're on the road, because obviously you have to travel. So making sure you meet everyone's needs in that period of time, whether it's 3-game series, 4-game series, everyone gets their music fix that they want. My go-to, if I'm ever in charge of music, is to throw it on like a Pandora-type station. No one uses Pandora anyway. It's just like what you say when you're outsourcing the decision-making.
My dad uses Pandora. Because he's not going to pay for anything.
Oh, because he gets the ads.
Yeah, he still gets the ads. Okay. Yeah. He's not going to pay for Spotify or Apple Music.
No. Maybe that's a Christmas
It's just
gift.
things going on in the background of the world that he is seeing in this
But that's
tunnel.
the best way to live, though.
Yeah, it would be great if I could do that.
But yeah, I'd say that I try and outsource it so that I can also, like, if there's a good song on, I can claim that and be like, yeah, that's me. I put the music on.
Yeah.
Or if it's bad, I'm like,
it's such a big responsibility.
It is. It's like choosing a movie on the bus, which is what next week's video. Is it next week's video?
I don't know.
Or no, the November 1st video.
Right.
That one's going to be about. It's about how movies, choosing the right movie on the bus when you're with your team is so crucial. The best movies.
You don't have to give away more.
Yeah. No. I will. The best movies, like the Oscar-winning, the critically acclaimed movies, are some of the worst bus movies.
Right.
Like you wouldn't throw on The King's Speech.
Oh, that's a good movie, though.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That's actually one of my favorite movies.
You wouldn't throw that on the bus
because
to watch.
because you have to listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't just like running around falling down and stuff.
Right. So, a worse movie, like a comedy or something like that, is a better one to throw on. But I'm not going to give away too much. You guys got to go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Nice.
Make sure you don't miss that. Cross promoting. We missed one that I wanted to get to. This one, best worst mascots in baseball. This broadcast is totally fun, by the way. Thank you, Allison.
Nice, thank you.
Thanks. Best worst mascots. You had the Philly Fanatic.
Oh, absolutely, not even close. He's the best.
He's the best.
And this is not a question. Like I had no idea up until this year, but it is. There's no one even.
Close?
He's so involved in everything every single day. Like you don't see other mascots all the time. Or
everyone knows the Philly Fanatic, too.
Everyone does, but I don't think that they understand how good he is.
Really?
It is unbelievable. Yes. So, like, I'd get out there every day before the game just to watch him do stuff in pregame because what he'll do, he'll drive around on his
car. I went to a few games. I came out to visit Giant Philly, and I saw him.
So he drives around on that thing a bunch. He speeds around the field on that and stands up.
Does he do wheelies on it?
No, he doesn't do any wheelies, but he stands up on it while it's going. But so he'll go over by the visiting dugout before the game when they're about to do the lineup introductions. And so when they're about to do that, he knows everything about the guys on the other team, especially all the really good players, and he's having fun with them. He's pointing at them, doing the hip bump thing to them, kind of like all these things.
Push it back like that.
Yeah. And kind of talking smack to them, and they'll talk to him, and so there's like a back and forth there, and then they'll go into the lineup, and he'll do his impression of every single player on the other team. So like if it's somebody that does something really really distinct, he'll do like an impression of that and show them like falling down or something like that. Or if it's a shortstop or something, he'll like a ball between the legs, and then look at it, and then pitcher comes up and it's like throws in and give up a home run. He does it for every single guy, like an impression of them, and then our lineup comes up and he's got everyone's impression down, like the way that they walk, the way that someone hit. That just depends what they do. Like for Franco, he's known for taking like real big swings and spinning around. Yeah. So he would do that. He would like get up there, spin around, and be like home run. And for Odubel Herrera, his thing is his nickname's El Toro or El Torito, and so he would do this thing, which is his thing. Yeah, the bullhorns. So it amazing. Just impressions of everybody. The crowd is always into it. He's in the crowd. You can see him walking around, dancing, making fun of the fans on the other team, stuff like that, like sitting in front of them, and just so good. And getting to watch it from the bench all the time was pretty cool.
I think we're both going to have some home team bias on this because my favorite has been the San Jose Giants mascot, who I think needs to get the call up to the big leagues ASAP. Gigante, he is amazing. His dance skills, awesome. He's one of the best acts in minor league baseball. And the guy under the mask is amazing guy too. Joe might be watching the stream at some point, but Joe needs to get a call up to the big leagues. Gigante.
Is his name Joe?
Yeah.
The guy, the person that.
Yeah, underneath.
Well, can we talk about that?
Why?
Is it not like a facade?
Oh, it's like a. What do you mean?
Philly Fanatic is not it's not a human. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if we want to Santa Claus? Like, is it?
Santa. Well, Santa's up in the North Pole.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. What about Mr. Met, Ty?
I honestly never really saw Mr. Met.
He's more of just like a figure, right?
Yeah.
Like he's up there. He seems like the kind of mascot who would hang out in one of the press box.
Yeah.
In one of the boxes up there with the owners or something like that.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Keith Hernandez, probably.
Yeah. So.
Or maybe he is Keith Hernandez.
Joe is now the Raiders mascot. See, I knew he should have got called up to the big leagues. NFL, a little bit different, but the best for Joe. He's the man.
Yeah, that's cool.
How did you guys become friends?
Well, we actually became friends.
Yeah.
Actually became friends through...
Bumble BFF.
Exactly.
Yeah, we met on Bumble BFF. We were swiping.
Mm-hmm.
And, I saw Ty and I saw the glasses and I was just like, this guy seems really intelligent. I want to...
Yeah.
I swipe right on that.
Yeah, I saw Matt and I went like this. I went to swipe left and it accidentally swiped right.
And he went up and super
liked him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
I don't think it is. But, so we talked on Bumble BFF, and then I actually found out that Ty's, he wasn't a vegan at the time,
mm-hmm.
but...
the first thing we talked about was chicken.
Yeah, that was... He actually loved chicken. He used to love chicken.
I actually did.
We've been trying to actually come up with the best story of how we met.
Oh, yeah. So you guys come up with a story for us of how we met.
So that was a fake story. If you didn't know, we didn't meet on Bumble BFF.
I'm not sure anyone believed us.
No, I don't know, maybe. So we have a really boring story of how we met.
Yeah,
so,
and we'd like a better one.
Yeah, if you guys could come up with a story for us of how we met, that would be great.
Yeah, so should we say the actual story?
Yeah, you tell the
actual story.
story.
Our roommate last year was Matt Lujan, who is currently pitching in Venezuela. Hopefully he makes it back alive because he's in a very dangerous place, but I'm sure he's safe and hopefully pitching well also. But he's down there for winter ball, and I've lived with Matt for the last 5 years. Matt Lujan, this is. And so we had lived in San Diego, and Matt played with Matt in the Giants organization, and this Matt moved to San Diego, and that's where we all started working out together, and then we got into the videos and things like that. And then this year it just kind of made sense for us to move here. Our other Matt is gone for for most of the off season, so we decided to move
we'll see him
here.
When if he comes back.
Yeah,
when he comes back.
Well, yeah, this mat was on me and the other Matt's living room floor for most of last off season. So hopefully other Matt will come back and do the same thing. We got this couch
right.
And then in the middle of the live show, you can just pop up.
He'll be back here, and he'll just pop up behind the couch.
Yeah, so we're excited for him to come back also.
What are your thoughts on the sack bunt in college baseball?
Ooh, sack bunt in the college game. Okay, I can talk about that question for sure, because I'll talk about how little sack bunting is used in professional baseball, especially in the big leagues, because at some point everybody feels like if they've hit home runs before, they don't ever have to sack bunt again, and it really bothers me. I don't think that everyone should be getting on first and then just sack bunting automatically. I'm pretty sure that actually the math on that shows that you're more likely to score no outs runner on first without sack bunting. So, putting that aside though, I think that, one other thing about that, I'd say that I think that teams need to have an identity. So if a lot of the really good teams, when I was playing at least, like Irvine and Fullerton and Long Beach and teams like that, a guy got on first, they were bunting him over because that was their identity, or they were going to hit and run, and they were really, really good at it. So they made people make mistakes, and they won games 1-0, 2-1 because they pitched, played defense, and scratched out runs like that. So I don't know. I'll keep going, and then you can answer because you played on the East Coast, and it's a very different thing. Mm-hmm. But I think that a guy hits a leadoff double, so man on second, no outs, I think that if it's a close game, it's a free run. You need to bunt him over and then get him in. Situational hitting. It's simple. Guy gets on, you move him over, bring him in. And it almost never happens, especially in the big leagues. And it's so frustrating because so many leadoff doubles get wasted. You got tons of momentum, and then a guy goes up there, and they know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to either roll it over or stay inside it and go the other way, and they pitch against that. And it's really tough because guys, the higher you go up, can make pitches and can get you out when they know that you're trying to just fillet a ball to right or something like that. So if you're trying to do this on a ball, like you just bunt, the third baseman's back. If you're fast, even better, because he has to stay back. He can't crash until the ball's down, because what if you steal from second? Right. So hopefully that's enough of a response for anyone that is not sure about baseball stuff. I went pretty fast, but that is my feelings on it. I feel like way too many leadoff doubles get wasted, and I think that it only makes sense that if a guy gets on, you move him over.
You don't think that hitting, having three guys have a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position is better
than one guy with a man on third, less than 2 outs?
Yeah, so if you're saying that, then it would be 1 out, giving one guy an opportunity, and then the other guy just has to come up with that big hit with 2 outs.
I see so many wasted leadoff doubles that, like, I understand what you're saying, give guys a chance to hit, but they've got to get another hit. And once you get that first out, the momentum is gone.
Yeah.
You get the first out, and now you got 1 out, man on second. It's a completely different situation than no outs, man on second.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why no one bunts anymore with just a runner on first base.
Right. And then that's a different thing. I mean, you can go either way. I think that, like I said, I think it's like an identity thing for the team. If it's something that you're going to do, I think that everybody has to be able to do it. Right. And you have to be able to mix in hit and runs and slashes and things like that.
It's definitely... It's also such a hard play with just a runner on second base. Like if it's first and second, and bunting that guy over, or bunting both guys over, it's a lot easier play because it's not the tag out at third base. But I'm talking about runner on second. With just runner on second, it's a first the third baseman, like you said, has to read it, then he has to catch, then he has to tag. Most teams are just going to go get the out at first, and then we'll just try and get these next 2 guys out.
But also, you're putting pressure on the defense multiple plays in a row.
Right.
So
as opposed to just pitcher, batter.
And you're making the pitcher throw pitches. So if you do move them over and they want to walk a guy, well, I mean, now you don't have to throw 4 balls anymore, which is whatever, which doesn't save any time. But which is a whole separate issue of time of games. But so I mean, you're making him throw more pitches in high leverage situations. So you've got a man on third. They've got to either pitch, they've got to be careful, or you're going to be able to hit it hard. So it's just situational hitting. You've got to work on getting guys in from third, and you're going to be able to work more counts and things like that. What did he like my response?
Well said, Ty. Great to see all your success. Ty flat out raking.
Yeah, he was one of our coaches. He was our assistant coach in college.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah.
Let's see. What else? Did I miss anything? You've worked hard all season. Hope you're enjoying the off season. Hopefully, we'll see you at spring training.
Is that to you?
Sure. I just both of us maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Did I miss anything down here? I don't think so. 6'8".
6'8". He's tall.
He's not 6. I think you said 6'7".
I did say 6'7".
So.
He's tall. He's too tall for me to tell, anyways.
Yeah. After it gets past a certain point, it's all the same. It's like
it's tall.
It's like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Everything else they say is like everything else from there is really hard. But I'm sure
I've never faced Chapman, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we can end the show now.
Yeah.
So you guys can follow us over on Instagram. Twitter. We have the main ones that we're going to be posting on this off season are right here on Facebook with the live show. and the YouTube channel where we're going to be doing videos every week, and that's going to be the Homeless Minor Leaguer YouTube channel. We're going to be doing sketch comedy videos, just comedic videos in general over there. Some parodies, some music. We're going to dabble in a little bit of music, some parodies. Maybe we'll give you a little teaser later on this month, but those would be the two main things I'd say. So it's going to be every Wednesday. The live show is going to be Wednesdays, and the Homeless Minor Leaguer videos starting November 1st are going to be every single Wednesday. So you guys can check us out then. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. And thanks for watching. You got anything else to say?
Yeah, thanks for coming. I think the steak's almost done. Let me get it.
Yeah.